ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापत्कमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सागण रघुनाथान्वितं सतं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सागण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी विश्वानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा मूकं करोति वाचालं भंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारणं परमानंद माधवं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य ईश्वरं गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाया तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna everyone, thank you for joining. So I thought we will have a special class to prepare our mood for Janmashtami, to get into the mood of Seva of Radha and Krishna, since Krishna will be appearing shortly, another week, and we will be fasting, we'll be celebrating, we'll be serving. There'll be a large gathering of people that we will be hosting for this large celebration. It's no less than a wedding. I mean, people have that much crowd, that much gathering for a wedding. So that's how important this is. So I want to set everybody's mood for seva and for celebrations also. Don't forget to enjoy yourself while you're serving. Remember, seva is bliss. Seva is supposed to be joyful. So let's not forget to enjoy these celebrations also. This is a season of festivities, so we have many festivals coming. Like just recently, just on Friday was Balram Purnima and the last day of Jhoolan Yatra actually. So that's why I thought I believe everybody understands about Balram Purnima. That was the appearance day of Lord Balram. Balram Purnima is the day that Lord Balram appeared. And of course, we know that he is the Guru Tattva. He connects us to the spiritual master. He is the origin of all gurus. So if one is hoping, aspiring for a guru, if one is hoping to get a shelter of guru in one's life, then they should intensely pray to Lord Balram. And we know that Lord Balram is the original servant, Adi Das. He serves Krishna in all possible moods, in many, many forms, in all rasas, in all emotions, in all yugas. Whenever Krishna comes, Lord Balram accompanies him, and in different forms, different ways, different emotions, he serves in all bhavs, whether it is Shant Ras, Dasya Ras, Sakhya Ras, Vatsalya Ras, Madhurya Ras. Lord Balram serves in all of those rasas. And whatever leftover service is there, he does that also. So that's why he's also called Ananta Shesh, because Ananta Kal say he's doing services and singing glories of Lord from unlimited time with his unlimited mouths, and will keep on doing those for unlimited time to come. And Shesh means that whatever service is left over, he takes care of it, he does it. So if something is left wanting in our services, Balramji can finish that off as well. So if something is lacking in our service, he will carry what you lack. So Balramji gives us spiritual strength. He gives us spiritual bliss. He connects us to Krishna. He's the Guru Tattva and the original servant. That's the significance of Balram Purnima. I hope everybody celebrated. Coming to Jhoolan Yatra, some people told me that they're not very familiar with what is Jhoolan Yatra. There were many pictures being shared on the groups of their lordships, Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna sitting on the Jhoola. In every temple, people visiting different temples, different dhams, or from online, they were sharing pictures of very decorated Jhoolas in different temples. of very decorated deities. So what is this about? So I thought I'll briefly talk about that. And the song that we are discussing, this Radha Krishna, Pran Mora, is actually very consistent with this mood of Jhoolan Seva. And of course, when we do Janmashtami next Friday, we will have Jhoolan there also. We have Jhoolan Seva. Every year we have Jhoolan Seva. So we have a beautifully decorated Jhoola on which we sit down the lordships, and then everybody comes to do the Jhoola. We do the ceremonial Jhoola where everybody will move tug the rope off the Jhoola and give them a little swing, give the swing to the lordship. So they feel they're sitting on the Jhoola on a very decorated swing. So what is this Jhoolan Yatra? What is this swing festival, also called swing festival? What is this? So I'll just tell you a little bit about it. And then whoever knows more, please share, or whoever is celebrating something differently. There are many ways to do things, please share. So basically, this is a very, very popular event. It's a very popular festival in Vrindavan, actually. Because, Vrindavan is Krishna's home. And in Vrindavan, in the various forests, various groves of Kadamb forests, Krishna, जैसे ग्रोव होता है निकुंज या कुंजास, है ना, जैसे पेड़ों के बीच में जो जगह होती है जहाँ पे देर इज शैडो, देर इज शेड, वहां पे कृष्णा यूज्ड टू सिट विद राधा रानी, and the gopis, the sakhis, they will make a nice swing for them from the creepers of the trees, like, or from the flowers and creepers, जो बेल या लताएं होती हैं पेड़ों से लटकती हैं, उनसे वो swing बनाते थे. They used to make these swings, you can see like in this picture, and they'll make a nice seat, comfortable, cushioned seat for them, on which they would seat them and they would swing them. So Lord Krishna has enjoyed many such, sweet, very charming pastimes with the gopis, with the sakhis, and especially with Srimati Radharani. So this is very dear to Krishna. This festival is actually very dear to Srimati Radharani and to Krishna, because this was their intimate time. This is their confidential time, and this is arranged by the gopis and the sakhis and the manjaris. So the gradation is, the closest associates of Radharani are the Ashta Sakhis, the 8 Sakhis. Then there are the Manjaris, okay, and then there are Gopis, okay. Gopis are many. So this is just I'm giving you a quick gradation based on their seniority, on who has the most intimate connection with Radha and Krishna. So the Sakhis, Gopis, Manjaris, etc., they will all get together to make these jhulas and swing them. This is done in this season. So this season, when it's very hot, as you know, so this is Sawan ka mahina, actually. This is Shravan Mas. Komal Mata ji was sharing yesterday. Sawan ke mahine mein log jhula jhulte hain na. All this is coming from Radha Krishna's leelas only. People make swings, makeshift swings from trees, and jhula jhulte hain Sawan ke mahine mein. So this is the month of Shravan, in which Vrindavan, for Vrindavan Vasis, Braj Vasis, everything is done for Krishna, for Radha Krishna. So this is their festival. This is everything that Krishna does. Every single thing that Krishna does becomes a festival, okay? It's not like us. We do so many things for our pleasure, for our enjoyment, but our enjoyment is very worldly. Our enjoyment is just to satisfy our own senses. But Brajvasis want to satisfy the senses of Krishna. They want to give relish, they want to give pleasure to only Radha Krishna. That's their only business, to serve Krishna, Radha and Krishna only. So since this is very relishable to Radha and Krishna, they organize this large festival in each and every temple, and some even enact these pastimes in various parts of Vrindavan. And now, of course, by mercy of Prabhupada, by mercy of devotees and ISKCON, we have these going on all over the world. Like we will be doing this ceremonially next Friday also. So this is the biggest festival in Vrindavan, very, very crowded actually. And in Vrindavan, it lasts 13 days. Okay, it's for 13 days. This happens in about July, August, which is the month of Shravan Mas or Sawan ka Mahina. And what they do in temples, what they do is, you know that Vrindavan has like more than 5,000 temples. So in Vrindavan temples, what they do is, and even our temples also in outside of Vrindavan, outside of India, international temples also. You may have seen on the altar, there are full-size deities. And then there are small deities in the front. Okay, you might have seen her temple mein hoti choti deity samne. Those small deities are called Utsav Vigraha. Utsav Vigraha means like functional deities. क्योंकि बाहर ले जाने के लिए, like to take the deities outside, you cannot take the big deities outside. So you need the smaller festival deities or Utsav Vigrahas, or they're called functional deities, या Vijay Utsav Bera. Those deities are taken from the temple and put on the swing. So either within some nicely decorated area of the temple, they will make a swing, very beautifully decorated swing with flowers, with betel leaves, with different type of leaves, with even fruits. Sometimes different decorative fruits are used. A very elaborately decorated swing is made in the temple room near altar or in another area of the temple. And then deities are offered arti on the swing, and then ceremonially the devotees come, each devotee comes and pushes the swing. So they give a little pull to the swing to convey, to enact that ceremony when when Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan used to sit on the swing and enjoy the cool breeze. क्योंकि सावन के महीने में अच्छी सी breeze चलती है, and they would sit in the groves of Vrindavan and enjoy the fragrance coming from the flowers and the nice atmosphere of Vrindavan. And this pastime is still enacted, of course, eternally enacted in spiritual world. Remember that this is eternal service of gopis and sakhis, to decorate Radha and Krishna and to sit them on the swing and to do this Jhoolan Seva for them. So it's very, very, very sweet festival, okay? Prabhupada has given us 5 days. This is according to Srila Prabhupada's instruction that in ISKCON, Jhoolan Yatra is celebrated for 5 days. In Vrindavan, it's for 13 days. Other traditions also have their own things, but in our tradition, Prabhupada has given us 5 days, which starts from Ekadashi. जो भी एकादशी गई थी पिछली एकादशी, from that Ekadashi to Balram Purnima. Those 5 days Jhoolan Yatra is celebrated. So Jhoolan Yatra basically means putting Radha Krishna deities on the swing, decorated swing, and push them. So this is very elaborately done in, let's say, Banke Bihari temple, and especially Radha Raman temple is very famous for this. And then, of course, in Barsana, the Ladli Lal temple, in Mathura, Dwarkadish temple. These 4 temples are very famous for Jhoolan Yatra. So they are very crowded, like can't step inside. बहुत ज़्यादा भीड़ होती है यहाँ पे. So this is the significance of Jhoolan Yatra. Of course, you know, there is a whole sequence. Everything in India, or everything the way our festivals are structured, are according to the Leelas of Radha and Krishna. For example, jab spring thi, jab Vasant Panchami thi, at that time, also scented flowers and powders is given to the lordships. So that is called Dola Purnima happens. It's thrown on the body of Radha and Krishna. Scented powders, camphor, chandan, flowers like that. And then jab summer aati hai, in summer it's so hot, especially in Vrindavan, it's scorching heat. So then, so Radha Krishna will become very hot, right? Their body becomes hot. So to cool down their body, chandan, sandalwood paste is put on their body. You know, immediately as soon as you put chandan on the body cools down. So they do that. So the Chandan Yatra is done also. So all our festivals are according to the sevas that gopis and sakhis do for Radha Krishna. So जिस sequence में वो सेवा करते हैं season के हिसाब से, उस sequence में वो सेवास हम जो spiritual world में की जाती हैं, या फिर those sevas that were offered when Radha and Krishna were manifesting their leelas 5,000 years back, those sevas are still being done for the deities by the devotees. Same sevas are done for the deities, because remember that Pratima Nahi Tomar Sakshat Brajendra Nandan. This is not an idol. This is not a statue. Never use the word idol or murti. This is not murti. This is vigraha. So vigraha ke liye, this is non-different from Krishna. They are expanded. Radha and Krishna are expanded into their deities. So the same worship is offered to Radha Krishna deities that you would offer to Radha and Krishna in the spiritual world. So whatever we are supposed to do in the spiritual world, we are just practicing for it right now. So all those things are still done in the temples, in the homes, jaise ki Dola Purnima, Chandan Yatra. Chandan Yatra, you probably know, it starts from Akshay Tritiya and it's for 21 days. So all the deities have, you will see, they will look different because they have Chandan paste on their body, so they all look brown. And Chandan is further scented, or bhi usko anoint karte hain with, like, they'll put camphor in it, they'll put saffron in it, musk in it, many things are put like that. जैसे जगन्नाथपुरी में स्नान यात्रा करते हैं डीटीज के लिए, क्योंकि जगन्नाथ जी वो हो जाते हैं, हॉट हो जाते हैं, तो उनको स्नान दिया जाता है, like that. So all these things are being done according to the season, according to the relish of Radha and Krishna for their enjoyment. ये जो झूला होता है, इसमें एक flower जो which is very very one of the favorite flowers of Radha and Krishna is Malti flower. So you will see in this song that we are singing today, the devotee Narottam Das Thakur is doing all these sevas for Radha and Krishna. They'll put chandan on him, they'll give him the Malti flowers, they'll give him betel nut leaves, like pan leaves. You will see all of that. I'll go over all of that. But one of the flowers that is used in decorating this jhula is the Malti flower. Malti flower को कभी चमेली भी बोलते हैं इंडिया में. Like sometimes it's called chameli. It's the same flower, or jasmine in English. So that's the और उसके ऊपर rose water भी spray किया जाता है on this jhula. Rose water is also sprinkled on it. So this is the way of, you know, hoping that one day we render direct personal service to Radha and Krishna. And right now we are rendering the service to the deities who are non-different from Radha and Krishna. Okay, let's go into the song. Does anyone want to share anything about Jhoolan Yatra? Anybody did anything at home for their deities or have some experience from temples they want to share? Hare Krishna. I can't hear anyone.
Yes, Mataji, we were in mute actually. Or
Recording in progress.
Sorry.
oh, yes, yes.
I can't hear you still.
Hello.
Yes, Mataji. Now.
Mataji, yes. Mataji, you're saying something. I'm sorry, I missed it.
Mataji, I said a lot.
No, that's I heard. I said in the last you said something which I didn't answer.
I was asking anyone has done any Jhoolan Seva like this in the temples or is familiar with any traditions or they do anything with their deities?
Yes, Mataji, we do in home. Like I have seen, like from it's small, like in the Sawan time month, we do the jhula things. We decorate the jhula and we put the. Usually we do like Laddu Gopal. We don't have a Radha Krishna, so we do the jhula on Laddu Gopal. It's called especially on the Sawan Tej actually.
Huh.
Especially that day when then we make
Yes.
malpua and kheer, that kind of stuff. To offer to Laddu Gopal ji, and then we do the Jhoolan. And
Yes,
here in
Mataji.
our house also we do that way. Especially on the Sawan Tej day, we make sure we do that. But we do most of the time actually now.
I'm glad you mentioned it. I forgot to mention about it. Yeah, it's also called Haryali Tej. Actually, recently people were posting pictures of Haryali Tej. So basically, the concept is that right now it's like monsoon season. So it's very hot and humid in India. So the air is very thick, it's very heavy, right? It's very congested type of feeling. So this with heat, with rain, makes it very congested type of feeling, very thick type of feeling. So in the midst of this rainy season, when everything is very green also. So that's why it's called Haryali Tej, because in Sawan, this Tej that comes, it's called Haryali Tej because everything is very plush green. So there are lots of flowers blossoming around, lots of greenery everywhere. So in this, when you swing Radha Krishna on the swing, the hot, humidity se relief milta hai. So it's very pleasurable for them. Yeah, thank you, Mataji, for sharing. Okay, we'll continue. If anybody has anything else that they want to share, please share. But yeah, we were singing this song Radha Krishna Pran Mora. So this is written by a very wonderful devotee, Narottam Das Thakur. He is after the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, okay? And he has written this song in Bengali. The book in which he has written this is called Prarthana, okay? This song actually has a very advanced mood, okay? So this song is not sung willy-nilly, like it's not sung whimsically. It's not for everybody to sing. And that's why I've never taken it in the class before. We have sung it sometimes here and there, but it is in the topmost mood of loving service to Radha and Krishna, okay? It is in the mood of, it is in the Gopi Bhav, it is in Manjari Bhav, okay? This is the highest mood of service it is in Radha Bhav. It is that mood that we are aspiring for, but it is very difficult for us to imagine right now because we are very contaminated. We have a lot of worldly attachments, and we are very much ignorant because we have all these worldly perceptions that we're not able to get rid of. All these things we are doing in the world, maintaining our material attachments, and even cultivating them, even propagating them more and more. That's, that, so that makes it very hard to understand this high bhav of Gopi bhav or Braj bhav. So this song is in Braj bhav, this song is in Gopi bhav or Manjari bhav, okay? um but there is a way to apply this song in our life also. uh, and I will give you some examples of some of the great devotees that have done that, okay? But let's see what this song is saying. So Narottam Das Thakur is saying, Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugala Kishora. Now, even though this song is in Bengali, it's easy to understand because it's very simple. Radha Krishna Pran Mora. So Narottam Das Thakur is saying, they are my life and soul. They're my treasure of my life. Pran Mora. Jugal Kishore. Jugal means couple. Okay. Kishore means youthful couple. So does anyone know what are the stages of life or ages that Krishna goes through, or that are described for Krishna and for other people also, but mostly for Krishna in our scriptures? Jaise
Krishna is always youthful. I've heard that he never gets old.
Yes. What are the stages? जैसे बाल बच्चे भी तो होते हैं ना वो. He's in Bal form, like Mataji was just saying that we serve Bal Gopal form, which means he's not Kishore. So that form is not Kishore form. So that form you're not going to serve in same way as you're serving Kishore form, right? So Bal Gopal deities will be served like a child, not in a Kishore form. So that's what I'm asking. Anyone knows the stages of life?
I've recently heard that child stage is called as Pauganda something.
Yes, Prabhu. So Bal is first 5 years. Okay. Pauganda is next 5 years, like 6 to 10 years of age. Okay. So in Bal age, Krishna goes out to take calves. Okay. Not cows. In Pauganda, he takes out calves when he's a child. In Kishora, he takes out cows. So Bal hoti hai pehle 5 saal, Pauganda hoti hai 6 to 10 years, Kishora is 11 to 15 years. So Radha and Krishna are always Kishora, means they're always about 15 years of age. They're always about 14 to 16 or 15 to 16 years of age. So they're always Kishore. Kishore ke baad aata hai Yauvan. Okay. But they're always described as Kishore. So, and remember that their body is transcendental. So we cannot compare their Kishore age with ours. Our Kishore age, like adolescent age, teenage, which we say teenage, is very awkward. It's very like a difficult transition, difficult time to go through. Boys' voice is breaking and mustache is growing and girls are very awkward. It's very weird. But they don't have that awkwardness because they're transcendental. Their body is transcendental, spiritual, divine, Satchidanand Vigraha body. Okay. So their body is very, like you said, Nav Yobnam. Okay. It's always youthful, always fresh. They are always in that Sukumar, gentle form. So you will see, we were just discussing this recently, that in scriptures, Krishna will never be, or Lord Ram, for example, will never be described as like having big muscles, जैसे डोले and steroid, ऐसे होता है ना, बड़ी बड़ी chest, and they will never be described like that, and मूछें and दाढ़ी and hairy body. No, they don't have hair on their body. They're very gentle, sukumar form. Okay, so they're always youthful. Like that verse says that Darsh is learning just now, right? Advaitam achyutam
yes.
anadim anantarupam adyam purana purusham navayovanam cha. Adyam, he's original person. He's the Adi Purush. Yet, so Purana Purush, he's Purana Purush. He's very old person. Purana Purush. Navayovanam cha. But he never looks old. So unlike Abrahamic traditions where God is shown with like white beard, with lot of, white hair, Krishna is never shown like that. So Prabhupada used to correct the artist for these paintings. Like you can see the 2 ISKCON paintings on the screen. These were all made under Prabhupada's guidance. Prabhupada said that Krishna and Radha need to look like very young couple, sweet, gentle couple. They cannot be जैसे आज के हल्की bulky women होते हैं, not like that. Okay, they are very, very gentle body. So somebody drew Krishna once with like white hair and white beard. Prabhupada was like, this is not how Krishna is. He doesn't have white hair and he's always navyobnam cha, always youthful, ever youthful. So Radha Krishna Pran Mora Jugal Kishore. Jivane marane gati aro nahi mora. So this is also simple. That gati means my destination, okay, my future, or my ultimate rest. Okay, so my ultimate destination, in life or death, is nobody else but Radha Krishna. They are my life, they are my pran. That Jugal Kishore, the dual couple, the young duo, they are my destination. They are my ultimate refuge, ultimate resting place. And in Jivan or Maran, whether I live or die, they are my ultimate resting place, meaning that I don't take shelter of anybody else. They are my gati. So whatever they decide for me will be my gati. Whatever they desire, whatever they will, that will be my gati. That will be my um, my outcome. They are my shelter. Just say there is another song which written by Jeev Goswami that says this many times. In same song, he keeps saying that. He says, Krishna premamai Radha, Radha premamayo Hari, Jivane nadane nityam, Radha Krishna gatir mama. That in life and death, Jivane nidhane, Radha Krishna gatir mama. So he keeps saying those 2 lines over and over again. Same thing Narottam Das Thakur is saying, that I have no other gati, no other shelter, no other refuge, no other Devi, Devta, demigods, influential people of this world, powerful people, whatever. Nobody else is my gati. That's where I want to go. Wherever they will take me, whatever they want to do with me, that's my life and soul. So this is the mood of Narottam Das Thakur. So can we sing these 2 lines together? Everybody would like to sing? Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugal Kishora.
Radha Krishna
Prane Mora
Mora
Jugal
Jugal
Kishora
Jivane marane gati aro nahi mora.
Jivane
Jivane gati aro nahi mora.
Kalendira kule keli kadambe ravana.
Kalindira
Kuli
Kadambara Vana
रत्ना बेदीरा ऊपर बोसा बोदुई जाना
Ratna Bedira
Rupa
बोसा
Bosa
बोदुई
Bodui Jana.
So Narottam Das Thakur is now thinking, okay, remember these great souls, when they used to serve Radha Krishna, they are not like us. Their meditation was so deep, their chanting of names was so pure that they would actually enter into the Vraj Leelas of Radha and Krishna. Okay, that's why they were able to write so much literature. Like I was just hearing yesterday that Jeev Goswami wrote so much in Gopal Champu. All these various pastimes of Radha and Krishna are revealed to us, very intimate, very confidential pastimes are revealed to us because they would enter into the Leelas and actually either watch or participate in them. Now, Narottam Das Thakur is thinking about these services that he wants to do for Radha Krishna. So imagine the scene. This is Vrindavan, okay? It's very hot, okay? And he said, Kalindira Kule. What is Kalindi?
Yamuna.
Kalindi is Mother Yamuna. Does everybody know this? Can everyone remember the name of Yamuna as Kalindi? Another name is Kalindi. Okay. Why is she called Kalindi?
She looks blackish in color.
Yeah. What is the color of Ganga Maya? Ganga
Multi.
is white.
is white. And Yamuna is
Black.
black. So Yamuna is black in color. Kalindi. So Kalindira Kule Keli. So Kalindi Ke. Kalindira means Kalindi Ke. Banks पे, on the shores of Kalindi, or Yamuna, there is a forest of Kadamba ped. Kadamba trees are found only in Vrindavan. Okay, so those trees are not seen anymore. But Prabhupada has given descriptions of the Kadamba forest. Actually, he has. It's a very unique pastime of Prabhupada. I've heard it a few times. This happened, I believe. I'm trying to remember it. It happened in Jhansi. Okay, this was the night of Janmashtami, and Prabhupada, in Jhansi, Prabhupada did not succeed for him. The movement did not work for him. So, so Prabhupada had invited people for Janmashtami. Okay, and nobody showed up. So he sent his servant was getting tired, so he sent him to sleep. And he said, just wake up at midnight and we will do Abhishekam for the deities. So at midnight, the servant woke up and he could hear Prabhupada's very jubilant singing going on in the Aarti, in the temple hall. So he went to the temple hall and he saw Prabhupada was dancing, and there was this long garland going up to his knees, made of these flowers that the devotee had never seen before. So he stopped. He asked Prabhupada, what is going on? Where did you get this garland? Did some people come? Did they offer you garland? Prabhupada said, nobody showed up. Nobody, not even a single person. We had Janmashtami celebration. Nobody showed up. So he said, where did you get this garland? So Prabhupada said, this is, and what are these flowers? I've never seen them. And the fragrance devotee described was very out of this world, transcendental. I've never seen these flowers, like the unheard of beauty. So Prabhupada said, these are Kadamba's flowers, Kadam flowers. He said, these are only found in Vrindavan. Krishna gave me this garland when I was chanting his names. He came and gave me a garland. So he gave me this garland, and this is Kadamba tree. I have never seen these flowers myself, Prabhupada said, but only in the spiritual world. They only exist in spiritual world now. They don't exist in the Bhulok Vrindavan, the Bhaum Vrindavan. They don't exist anymore. So Kadamba trees are very difficult to find, but this is Narottam Das Thakur's spiritual vision that at the banks of Kalindi, in the forest of Kadamba trees, Kadambera Vana, I will find like a grove. Grove होती है जो trees के बीच में clearing होती है, like a space between trees. वहां पे मैं clearing ढूंढूंगा कादम्ब पेड़ों के बीच में, और वहां पे मैं क्या करूंगा, रत्ना बेदीरा, रत्ना, रतन क्या होते हैं, ज्यूल, बेदी होती है प्लेटफॉर्म, रतन बेदी बनाऊंगा, I'll construct a platform. Platform means like a throne, like a बेदी of jeweled throne. I'll make a jeweled throne. ऊपर बोसाबो दुई जना, and the two people, which two people, Jugal Kishore, remember the dual couple, the dual Kishore, the young couple, I'll seat them on top, ऊपर बोसाबो बिठाऊंगा, दुई जना, these two people, I'll seat them on the jeweled throne that I will make. I'll put each and every jewel on this throne. I'll make a jeweled throne in the grove of Kadamba trees at the banks of Yamuna, and I will seat the lordships, Radha and Krishna, on this jeweled throne. So that's what this is saying. So this is his mood. This is his mood of Narottam Das Thakur to render this type of very intimate service to Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan, in Braj. Okay. अभी एक आगे थोड़ा और चलते हैं, then I will tell you some stories also. And this is, you will see that this mood of making jeweled thrones, of making opulent swings, है ना, very elaborately decorated swing, elaborately decorated throne. This is what Prabhupada also passed to us. That's why Prabhupada wanted to make all these beautiful temples. We'll come to that. But sometimes people say, mundane people, ordinary people, especially in India where the resources are very less, we have lost a lot of our wealth to all the invaders and everything. So we think that we don't need the temples, rather we should be making hospitals or orphanages or schools, or, all these places are more important right now, which sure, for practical purposes, those things are important, but does not negate the importance of a spiritual institution, a temple, मंदिर, जहाँ पे मन का इलाज होता है. मंदिर मतलब जहाँ पे मन को लगाया जाता है. Away from this world, the mind is invested into the service, into the original purpose of going back to Godhead. The original purpose where the original purpose of life is brought back to the center, brought back to the forefront for people. That is the place called mandir, जहाँ पे मंत्रा को गाया जाता है. मंत्रा means मनस्त्रायते इति मंत्रा, मन को जो liberate कर देता है, one that delivers the mind is called mantra. And that place that delivers the mind is called mandir. So we do need these temples, and since these temples are a direct service to Radha and Krishna, of course other things are also service, but to just say ki Manav Seva hi Madhav Seva hai is not true. You need to render some separate Madhav Seva also in conjunction to Manav Seva. It's not that one is exclusive of another. They should both be done side by side. So Prabhupada built so many temples, as you can see. With this mood, these elaborately decorated temples are made so that people can find refuge and shelter and can center themselves back to the original purpose of their life. Otherwise, in this world, they're just distracted, completely separated from, wasting their life, completely separated from Lord, forgetful of Lord, and not, in such a bad atmosphere. But you need to create a very nice ambience, nice atmosphere, Vrindavan-like atmosphere, where we can render some direct service also and purify our existence, so that when we go outside in the world, we can stay in that consciousness. So we need those places to center our consciousness, to purify our consciousness to the original purpose of serving the Lord. And that's why we need those temples. So it's not that, okay, Manav Seva ke naam pe jo aapka original goal of life hai, usko aap kinare kar do. That's not. Then nothing else will get accomplished either if you're not taking care of the most important thing in life. So you can see that mood our gopis have, our Goswamis have, and Narottam Das Thakur, who is one of the disciples of these Goswamis, is also expressing the same mood. Chale, third paragraph karte hain. Shama Gauri Ange Dibo Chandane Ragandha. Shama Gauri Ange Dibo Chandane Ragandha. Samara Dula Heri Mukh Chandra.
Chamara dulabo kabe.
Heri
Mukh
Mukh
Chandra.
So let's break this one down. Shama Gauri. So Shama, Sham. Who is Sham?
Krishna.
Krishna. Who is Gauri?
Radharani.
Radharani. So one is Shamvarn, one is Gaurvarn. Shamvarn is Sham or Krishna, and Gaurvarn is Radharani. Okay, so fair complexion. So to that couple, Shama and Gauri, Ange Dibo. To Ang means their limbs or their body. Dibo, Dunga, I will give. Chandanera Gandha. Now, you know, Chandan is also very opulent. Remember that Chandan is also very valuable. It's very precious. You remember that a few years back, 20 some years back, there was that sandalwood dacoit. क्या नाम था? जो चोरी
Veerappan.
करता था चंदन की, हाँ?
Veerappan.
हाँ, Veerappan, yes. So Chandan is very valuable actually. It's not easy to find the Chandan trees. So Chandanera Gandha. So चंदन का सैंडलवुड का पेस्ट बना के गंध or scented paste I will put on their body. And remember, we just discussed that Chandan Yatra happens in summer. From Akshay Tritiya, it starts for 21 days because that's very hot, scorching hot in Vrindavan especially, but basically very hot summer season. So when you put that Chandan on the body, on the ang of Radha Krishna, it will cool down their body. So Chandanera Gandha. Okay, I'll put scented paste on their body. Shama Gauri Ange Dibo Chandanera Gandha. Okay, I'll put the Chandan scented, the scent of sandalwood paste. Chamar Dhulabo. Chamar क्या होता है? Who knows what is chamar? Who does
Mataji,
chamar?
Fan,
it's a
Mataji.
fan kind of thing, but I don't know
Fan.
the actual how it's made of. Yes.
Yeah, जो whisk होता है. एक तो दो तरह की whisk होती है. दो तरह के fan. Two fans are used in DT worship, right? One is the peacock fan.
Yes.
Peacock feather wala. The other is the charmer. Charmer is the whisk. है ना? So that charmer is like a fan that is for giving cool breeze. So जब आपने चंदन लगा दिया, now for so that will already give coolness, शीतलता to their body. Then you are doing chamar also. So chamar will further give like a nice breeze. So it will feel real nice and cool. और कहाँ पे करेंगे चामर? फेस पे. चामर ढुलाबो कबे हेरी मुख चंद्र. So I will fan them with the chamar whisk. अच्छा. And then he said, Heri Mukh Chandra. When will I get to see their moon-like faces? So they will be very joyful. They will be very satisfied with this service. They'll be very pleased. There will be nice smile on their face, and their face will be glowing like moon. So I wish I could see their moon-like face when I do this service. So make a. अभी तक उन्होंने क्या किया? He made a jeweled throne. He sat them on it. Then he put sandalwood paste on their body, and then he is doing charmer to them now. Okay. Can anybody think of another very wonderful devotee? Acha, ek second. Before that, let me show you something else. So Narottam Das Thakur is doing this service to Radha Krishna. You know that Radha Krishna also want to do service to their devotees. Do you know that? Somebody was sharing yesterday. I think it was Shobit Prabhu that was sharing after the movie yesterday that one of his favorite scene was in the movie Mahavatar Narsimha. One of his favorite scenes was when Vishnu says to Prahlad that I'm your servant. Right, Prabhuji, you said that?
Yes, Mataji, he said that.
He said that it really touched my heart. It made me emotional that Vishnu is saying to Prahlad that actually I'm your servant. तुम्हारे जैसे दासों का तो मैं दास बन जाता हूँ. So that scene was very touching, right? Because Krishna is admitting that I become your servant. And one of the pastimes in which actually Radha and Krishna, actually especially Radha Rani, showed that. I'll show you that scene. See this scene? So, we are trying to keep them cool, but this is a devotee that Radharani came with her pallu to keep him cool. Do you know who is this devotee?
Raghunath Das Goswami?
Yes. Raghunath Das Goswami. So Raghunath Das Goswami's, speciality was that he was very, even though he belonged to a very rich family, he had given up that family and he resided at the banks of Radha Kund for 40 plus years. And he is considered Vairagya Chudamani. Like he is the topmost renunciate. He is considered the topmost Virakt Bhav he has. So he's very renounced person. He has given up everything. He did not even bother to make himself a hut or a shelter in this heat of Vrindavan. So in the heat of Vrindavan, he was sweltering heat. He was sitting and doing his chanting. He was just chanting. And he was sweating profusely. Pure body mein pasine aa rahe hain. So Sanatan Goswami, also used to live on Govardhan. Remember that Raghunath Das Goswami is living on Govardhan, right? At the banks of Radhakund. And Sanatan Goswami also used to live on Govardhan. I hope you all know that. So then Sanatan Goswami saw that this beautiful lady came and she is doing her pallu. She is holding the pallu on top of Raghunath Das Goswami's head as he's chanting. And she stood there holding the pallu and sometimes doing thoda hawa with the pallu. So then he told Sanatan Goswami, he told Raghunath Das Goswami, he told him off, he chastised Raghunath Das Goswami that, Radharani had to come herself to do pallu for you because you have not bothered to make yourself a hut. We are serving them, we are their servants. We are not supposed to take service from them, okay? So make yourself a hut because otherwise Radharani will have to keep coming. We don't want to bother the lordships. She'll have to keep coming to do pallu for you. So that's not nice. So make sure that you make yourself a hut and take proper shelter. Same thing, similar thing happened another time when Raghunath Das Goswami was sitting, again chanting in the shade of a tree or something this time, but this time tiger came. And this time Krishna came to save. So Krishna, this also somebody saw that as soon as tiger finished drinking water, he looked at Raghunath Das Goswami, ki, okay, prasadam khane ko milega. But then Krishna came and tiger ran away. So finally Raghunath Das Goswami, after a couple such encounters where Krishna had to come himself, was forced to make himself a shelter. And if you go there at the banks of Raghunath Das Goswami, the place is there where he used to live, and 24-hour kirtan is done there. Akhand Naam Kirtan, Akhand Naam hota hai wahan pe, on the banks of Radha Kund. Okay, so this is, I was just showing you because I remembered that we heard this last night, and we are trying to do service for Radha and Krishna, and they're very eager to do service for their pure devotees also. But tell me, does anyone know of any other devotee who traveled long distances to get chandan for their deity? Very beautiful story. And I know this story Komal Mataji wanted to hear. So I have included that story in today's class. Who went? The deity requested that it's very hot for me. So please go and bring me some chandan. And this devotee traveled long distance to get chandan. Nagarjan Prabhu probably knows. Anybody wants to guess? He's a very prominent acharya of our tradition. And he came before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'm showing
Remember the story, I don't remember the name.
Okay. Okay.
Madhvendra
Puri, yes. Let me tell you the story, okay? So Madhvendra Puri has two stories, okay? The first story on the left side, you see, this is Madhvendra Puri. He came before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Madhvendra Puri is a very prominent acharya for tradition for the reason that he revealed the Madhurya Bhav for us. Okay, before that, people, the acharyas, the teachers, never used to explain the Madhurya Bhav, okay, the loving conjugal service. That jaise hum padh rahe na bhi, this service of Gopi Bhav, this service in Gopi Bhav, Radha Bhav, this was not revealed to the devotees before. Madhvendra Puri made it open. Okay, he made it open. He made this Radha Krishna service very open. Now, this Madhvendra Puri, he in Govardhan again, he was sitting down in meditation and chanting. Many days he was sitting there. There was nothing much to eat, and he didn't want to go up and break his meditation and find food. Okay, वहाँ पे कोई आता जाता भी नहीं था, so he was basically sitting in fasting. Then this beautiful bluish black boy came and he brought him some milk. He said, this is my town. This is my village. In this village, nobody sits hungry like this. and you seem like a very wonderful sannyasi. You should not be sitting fasting like this. So I brought you some milk. I saw you sitting here for many days now. So drink some milk, and I will bring you milk every day. So this way he started bringing milk to him. Okay. And Madhvendra Puri will clean the pot and keep it aside, and then the boy will bring him milk. One day the boy came in his dream and he said that, I am I'm just quickly telling the story, that I'm in such and such location. I'm under the ground. Please get me out of there and make me a nice place to stay, to live. Okay. Clean me up a nice place to stay and live. So Madhvendra Puri realized that this boy is actually Krishna, and his deity is buried somewhere. So this is Krishna's way of saying that find the deity. So Madhvendra Puri went to that exact location and he found the deity. He called that deity Gopalji deity. Okay, Sri Gopalji deity. He got the deity out, cleaned everything, established a place of worship, invited people to start, offering and worships, and everything started. And he started worshipping Gopalji deity. Okay. This Gopalji deity told him one day that I'm getting very hot and I'm used to getting sandalwood paste, chandan on my body. Typically in this summer season, I'm used to getting chandan on my body. Find some sandalwood paste for me. So then Madhvendra Puri left towards Jagannath Puri. So ये अभी वृंदावन में है, गोवर्धन में. He went towards Jagannath Puri to find the sandalwood paste. वहां पर मिलता था. When he was going on his way, he stopped at a place called Remuna. Okay, Remuna. Remuna में एक और temple था. And what is the name of that temple? What is the name of that deity? Who do you think we're talking about based on this picture on the right side?
Gopinath.
Gopinath. So this is Gopinath. Gopinath ji deity was served very opulently. वहां पर गोपीनाथ जी की बहुत भव्य पूजा होती थी. So Madhvendra Puri decided to take a break from his journey. Okay, he's going to Jagannath Puri. He has not reached Jagannath Puri. He's stopped in the middle at Remuna. And Gopinath temple mein, he decided to take a break. There he saw that large amount of kheer is being served to Gopinath. So the devotees told him there that every night, or not every night, I can't remember exactly, every such day, 12 pots of kheer are served to Gopinath ji. Okay, he consumes the 12 pots and it's a very special kheer. So Madhvendra Puri thought to himself, oh, I wish I could taste this kheer and then I can find out how to make it.
Like make it for my deity. So he wanted to serve the similar kind of prasad because it was so nice for his deities.
Yes. So he
For
thought,
the
I can
Gopalji
make it for
deities.
my Gopal ji. Yeah, अगर मुझे ये पता चल जाए इसका taste कैसा है, then I can make this. Then I could make this kheer for my Gopal ji also. But as soon as that thought came to him, he felt very bad because he thought, oh, why am I trying to enjoy the kheer of Gopinath ji, which he has not even, enjoyed himself? This is not right that I'm thinking of enjoying Lord's bhoka myself. It's a very offensive thought. So he decided to just leave the temple and stay outside of it because he's having such thoughts about tasting kheer and all. So he just left the temple and went outside to sleep in marketplace or somewhere. Now he decided to not eat anything that night because he felt bad. So now the Gopinath ji, he woke up, Gopinath ji jo deity hai, he woke up the priest that used to serve him and he said, the 12 pots that you served me, मैंने उसमें से 11 खाए हैं. One pot I have saved behind my altar in a covered area. You will find that one pot. Take it to a sannyasi called Madhvendra Puri. He's somewhere in the marketplace of the Remuna. Find him, call for him and give him this pot. Okay, he's my devotee. He's hungry. He's fasting for no reason. And I want him to taste this kheer. So take it for him. So priest was very surprised. Gopinath ji is giving him direct instruction like this. And to his surprise, he found that there was actually one pot of kheer, which had never happened before. And now there is one pot of kheer sitting separately behind the altar. So he took that pot, followed Gopinath ji's instruction and went to the marketplace. And he started calling for Madhvendra Puri. Madhvendra Puri ko mil gaye unko. And he said, Gopinath ji has sent you this pot. And priest was very, respectful of Madhvendra Puri. He started paying him obeisances. You must be a very wonderful devotee if Gopinath ji has himself sent you kheer. कितने ही आप glorious होंगे, कितनी ही आपकी महिमा होगी. I'm going to tell everyone in Remuna about you. Please stay with us tomorrow so that we can all properly pay respects to you. We will glorify you. We will do, like this. So Madhavendra Puri accepted the kheer, and but he decided to leave that night in the dark, in the middle of the night, towards Jagannath Puri, because he did not want all that glorification and people respecting him and all this. And story would travel that Gopinath ji has personally reciprocated with Madhavendra Puri like this, कि उनको खीर खानी थी और उन्होंने दे दिया ऐसे. He didn't want that story to spread, so he decided to leave quietly. So he went to Jagannath Puri. He collected sandalwood paste and started traveling back. Okay, already the story of his glories had spread to Jagannath Puri also, so everybody was glorifying Madhavendra Puri.
I think it was
Okay.
sandalwood, not the paste even. So he had to
Sandalwood.
like have people carry the sandalwood.
Yes, he bought the sandalwood. So people were helping him carry the sandalwood, which was very heavy. So to bring it back to Govardhan was actually a very difficult task. So abhi wo Remuna वापस पहुंचे. When Remuna mein he decided to rest. And there again, Gopalji Titi appeared to him in his dream, and he said to Madhavendra Puri, remember Gopalji is his original deity. So he said to Madhavendra Puri, ki just make a little paste from this sandalwood, or just not little paste, just make all that sandalwood into paste, and offer it to Gopinath ji over there, because there is no difference between me and Gopinath. Okay, he is my expansion, I'm his expansion. We are all same. We are not non-different. So if you offer something to him, it automatically gets offered to me also. So offer to Gopinath ji DT there the sandalwood paste, and I will be satisfied. So Madhavendra Puri and many other devotees there in Remuna, they already, they were worshipping Madhavendra Puri because he was so respected by them now. So they all made the sandalwood into paste, and they all offered all that sandalwood paste to Gopinath ji, and in this way Gopal ji was also satisfied. So I was just sharing the story because of two reasons. One, because how deities want to be served with sandalwood paste. Radha Krishna like to be served with sandalwood paste in summer season. And the fact that Lord personally reciprocates, the deities personally reciprocates. So we don't need to think that Hame Radha Krishna accessible nahi hai, that we don't have their darshan, because we have deities, and there are so many stories of reciprocation of between deities to present day, even till present day. Devotees experience reciprocation with their deities. Jagannath Puri ki stories hain, Narsimha Dev ki stories hain, like in Mayapur there are so many stories of reciprocation with Ugra Narsimha actually. And then so many Goswami stories. ये तो एक story बताई है मैंने, Madhavendra Puri's reciprocation with both Gopal ji and Gopinath. So that's why Gopinath is called Sheer Chor Gopinath, or Kheer Chor Gopinath became Sheer Chor Gopinath. So you can visit that temple close to Jagannath Puri in Ramuna, where Sheer Chor Gopinath is. So since then he has been renamed. पहले सिर्फ गोपीनाथ होते थे, फिर उनका नाम पड़ गया शीर चोर गोपीनाथ, because Lord likes a dual name. उनको ऐसे कपल नाम पसंद है, और कपल नाम अगर डिवोटी का नाम साथ में लगा हो या डिवोटी के साथ रिलेशन के बारे में नाम हो, then he really likes it. जैसे यशोदा नंदन या देवकी नंदन, like that, या गोपी जन वल्लभ, so like that. So वो बन गए शीर चोर गोपीनाथ. So this is and then also I think Komal Mataji once had a question, and Nagarjun Prabhu was explaining the story that if we serve our deities, just say for Janmashtami program, what we are doing is we make bhoga at home, we offer to our deities, and then we don't separately offer when we take the prasadam to the prasadam hall on that day. So it's not that we have to offer there, because remember that there is no difference. So our deities are also the expansion of from Krishna only. So if you serve your deities at home, you can take that bhoga as offering for the people in the temple. Did that story make sense? Was everybody able to relish the reciprocation or between Lord and the devotee?
Yes, Mataji. It's very wonderful.
So जो आपको विग्रह सेवा करना पसंद है, no, some of the devotees here, This song is actually saying that encouraging us to keep doing that, because this is Lord himself. First of all, he will reciprocate with you, number one. So we should not think he's any different from the Lord. He's Lord. Secondly, this is also a practice for when you will be offering direct service to their lordships in the spiritual world. So whatever we do here is a practice also. Okay, last दो रह गए, I think. Last के दो में I don't have much to discuss. So this is the only one that I'll tell you another story and then we'll stop. Let's sing this one. एक बार पीछे वाले से गाते हैं, फिर इसमें आएंगे. Okay. श्यामा गौरी अंगे दीबो चंदने रगंदा
Shama
Gauri
Gauri
Ange
Dipo
Dipo Chandera
Chandare
Ganda.
Ganda
श्यामर ढुलाबो कबे हेरी मुख चंद्रा
Shamara
Shamar
Dhulabo
Dhulab
Kabe Heri
हेरी
Mukh
मुख
Mukh
Chandra.
Chandra
राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगल
Krishna
किशोरा
Radha Krishna
Krishna
Prana Mora
Jugal
Kishora
गठिया मला तिरमाला दीबो दोहर गाले गठिया मला
Mala
दीबो
Dibo
दोहर गाले
Dohagale
अधरे तुलिया दीबो कर्पूरा तांबूले अधरे
Tuliya Dibo
तांबूले.
Karpurathambole.
I forgot to mention one thing. Does anyone know ki jo Gopalji deity that Madhvendra Puri used to serve, where are they now and what are they called now? They're not called Gopalji anymore. Very famous, very, very famous deities in India. If you name one or two, you will get it right. Shir Chor Gopinath का तो सबको पता है, हाँ?
बाकी बिहारी
नहीं, और बता. वृंदावन में नहीं है.
Okay.
Is it in Jaipur, Mataji?
नहीं.
What is the
Rajasthan
question?
में.
Sorry, I got disconnected for a
Where
second.
are Gopalji deities now? जो Madhvendra Puri's original Gopalji deities that he found from in Govardhan, the deity that used to bring him milk and say कि वहां से निकालो मुझे, मैं वहां पे दबा हुआ हूँ, clean me, and then one day he asked for chandan. That Gopalji deity, where is he and what is he called? He's not called Gopalji anymore. Okay, so he
Is he
is
near Jagannath Puri?
No.
Okay.
No. So he is in Rajasthan, Nath Dwara, Sri Nathji deity. Nathji deity. I think many of you are familiar with Nathji deity, right?
Yeah, I thought somebody answered it. That's why I didn't
No,
say it, because I
Mataji.
thought somebody said Rajasthan. I thought.
Very, very famous in India, Nathji deity. So Nath Dwara में Nath Dwara ही इसलिए बोलते हैं क्योंकि Nathji deity. Remember that बहुत सी deities Vrindavan की had to be moved to Rajasthan because of the invasion by Aurangzeb. So Aurangzeb had the mission to destroy Vrindavan. He was on a mission. So he destroyed a lot of temples, but the deities were sort of smuggled out of Vrindavan. So a lot of deities in Vrindavan are replica of the originals, and all the originals, many of the originals are in Rajasthan. So many Rajput kings started worshipping those deities to protect them. उनको अपने underground उसमें करके, until they could establish them properly, they started serving them. So one such deity is Gopalji deity, or Nath, now known as Nathji deity, Nathwara of Madhvendra Puri. Okay, इसका next करते हैं. गठिया मालातिर माला दीबो दोहर गले. So he said गठिया मतलब गाठना, like गाठ मारना. Okay, so malatir mala, malati flowers, remember malati flowers or chameli or jasmine flowers, they're very fragrant. बहुत दूर तक smell आ जाती है उनकी, fragrance आ जाती है. So I'll make a mala or garland of malati flowers. Gathia meaning stringing. I'll उनको गाठना साथ में. I'll string and make a garland of malati flowers. Dibo do har gale, and I'll put them in your necks. I'll put them around their necks. So unko bithaya hai, chandan ka paste lagaya hai. He's doing chamar, and now he made a malati flower mala and giving garland to the lordships. And then what is he doing? Adhar. Adhare tuliya. Adhar hota hai lips. Adhare tuliya dibo karpura tambule. I will, on your lips, I will give you, to the lips matlab mouth, basically. Look to the lotus mouth, I will give. Karpur hota hai. Karpur is kapoor or camphor, and tambul is the tambul leaves or betel leaves. Yeah, commonly known as pan leaves, right? The betel leaves or tambul leaves. So I'll give pan or betel leaves scented with camphor. And when that goes in the mouth of the lordships, their lips will become red. Tongue and lips that has a very nice reddish tinge, huh? And it acts as a mouth freshener. It acts as a mouth freshener and like that. So it is. I will give you that. So it's a very opulent thing to have. That's why actually devotees don't eat pan. They don't partake pan. Even if they offer, they just offer to deities, but don't accept it themselves because it's a very royal thing. It's a very regal thing. It's meant for like kings, and the greatest king, the supreme king is Krishna and Radharani. So as servants, we don't do these. This is considered a very opulent thing to eat pan. So yeah, जैसे कि कोई crown, कोई मुकुट डालना is a very opulent thing. Only king should do that. Similarly, pan khana is a very and we're not talking about pan with tobacco and stuff. We're talking about like a breath freshener, which gives a very nice aroma in the mouth. So there is always very fresh taste in the mouth, fresh fragrance from the mouth, and very nice pinkish reddish tinge in the mouth. So those things are considered very opulent and royal. And so devotees typically don't eat those things themselves because these royal things are only reserved for the lordships. So he's saying, yeah, I'll give you garland of malti mala, malti flower, make it, string it myself and put it in your neck and give you this in your mouth, the betel leaf scented with camphor or kapoor. Okay. So this was reminding me of this story. Two stories actually, but both the stories are linked. But this story this story comes in Srimad Bhagavatam. There was another garland maker. So Narottam Das making garlands is a very wonderful service, okay, for the lords. So that's why when you go into temples, you would have seen that all these devotees are always making garlands. Fresh garlands are offered every day. So let me ask you this. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna's entrance into Mathura is described. Krishna meets a few people that day when he enters into Mathura. Who were those people? One I have already given away, but still I want to hear. Who are the people that Krishna meets when he enters into Mathura? Krura has brought him from Vrindavan. Krishna and Balram have entered into Mathura. Akrura has gone his way, and Krishna and Balram are supposed to kill Kamsa tomorrow, next day. Today, who do they meet? Few people that they meet today. Very important discussion. We should know everything about all these, pastime. We should know these things because it's
Meet the garland maker, Mata.
This is the garland maker. Yes, Prabhuji. Who else does he meet? कौन बताएगा? Rekha Mataji, Komal Mataji, koi anybody? You can guess also. One person he kills actually out of those was an offender. Okay, I don't have much time, so I'll just say. So he meets three people. One was a washerman, and Krishna wanted some clothes. But the washerman was very rude, was very offensive, and he was he was in service of Kamsa. So he refused to serve these cowherd boys or cowherd men and insulted them. And so Krishna actually killed that washerman. So that was one washerman. Then he met a weaver. Okay. Weaver was somebody who weaves. So he weaved very nice things, very nice cloths for Krishna. Okay. That was a weaver. And the third person was a garland maker. The whole of the chapter, this is 10th canto, 41st chapter, Krishna's entrance into Mathura. The most of the chapter is dedicated to this garland maker. Okay, garland maker invites Krishna and Balram to his house. He offers them seat, and he offers these same things that Narottam Das Thakur wants to offer. Seat banaya na pehle humne throne banaya. Garland maker will also offer a seat. Then he will offer them flowers, chandan, betel nuts. Betel nuts smeared with pulp of chandan. Betel nut को ऐसे नहीं देते. Betel nut maybe कुछ और कपूर या चंदन लगा के make it more scented and then it's offered. So he offered a very nice garlands to Krishna. So Krishna was very satisfied with his service. You can read on the slide. It says the things that he offered, and Krishna was very satisfied with his service, especially with the garlands. So Krishna said, "Kuch mango mujhse. I want to give you some benedictions." So this is a very famous thing. Please remember 3 things this garland maker. And what is the name of this garland maker, by the way? Very important name. You can guess. If you guess, you will get it right. It is also the name of one of Krishna's poor friend.
Sudama?
Ah, Sudama. There are 3 Sudamas in Krishna's Leela. This is one of those Sudamas. Okay, this is not the same as Krishna's poor friend. This is also Sudama. Sudama, the florist or the garland maker. Okay, so he asked for 3 benedictions from Krishna. And these are the 3 things that everyone should ask for. If you cannot think of what should I ask from Krishna, these are the 3 things. First thing he said was that I want to be engaged in unwavering, unfaltering, constant devotional service to you. May I never forget you. Jaise Prahlad ne bhi kal manga tha, right? That I may never forget you. I may be engaged in constant devotional service to you life after life. That's one thing. Second thing he said was that I want friendly relationships with your devotees. Please give me friendly relationships or friendly association with your devotees. And then third thing he asked was that I have compassion for all jivas. Give me compassion. Give me may I be compassionate or merciful, charitable to all living entities, to all jivas. So 3 things he asked for. So this Sudama garland maker, this story comes in Srimad Bhagavatam. One day, many years back, okay, thousands and thousands of years back, there was a Bhagavatam class going on. And in that Bhagavatam class, a devotee heard this story of Sudama. And वो सोचता था devotee कि मैं भगवान की क्या सेवा कर सकता हूँ. He didn't know much. He didn't know what to do. When he heard this story and he realized Krishna was pleased with just garland making, with just garlands. So he decided, I can take this as a service to Krishna. I'll start making garlands. So from that day, he started making garlands. This was a very great personality. This personality comes in South Indian Bhakti literatures. Okay, if you're familiar with South Indian Bhakti literatures, you know that there are 12 alvars. 12 alvars, okay? I don't know, maybe Neelveni Mataji knows. Not maybe, I'm sure she knows. But this is Tamil literature. So there are 12 alvars mentioned in the theology, in the Bhakti literature. Great Vaishnavas, wonderful devotees that have written amazing literature on the Vaishnav theology. Okay, they are called 12 alvars. All these 12 alvars were men. There was one alvar that was a female. She is very celebrated alvar. Alvar matlab jo bhakti karte hain, jo bhakti ke proponents hote hain, like King Kulshekhar was one alvar. But they were all men. There was one lady alvar out of those 12. Her name is Andal. Has anybody heard of this name, Andal?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, we do the Dhanurmas in December 15th to January 15th.
Yeah.
We written 30 Pashams daily, one like calling and people come get up and do that like that one. She took a Tulsi Mala and she used to wear for herself first, seeing in the mirror, and then
Yeah.
she put basket and her father takes Vishnu Chitta. He takes to the temple and he gives to the Lord.
What is her father's name, Mataji? Vishnu Cheka?
Vishnu Chitta.
Vishnu Chitta, yes. Vishnu Chitta, huh. So Vishnu Chitta was this great personality that heard the Bhagavatam class about Sudama, the garland maker, okay? And he decided, I'm going to start making garlands from now, okay? So Vishnu Chitta made it his life's mission to start making garlands. And he did not have any children. But one day, under the Tulsi plant that he used to worship, you see the Tulsi plant, he found a little baby girl, okay? This little baby girl is Andal, is none other than Andal, okay? She's expansion of Lakshmi ji, basically. So this Andal, he started bringing up in proper bhakti tradition, taught her all the, about worship of the Lord, and she became very attached to Lord Narayan, specifically to the Ranganath deity of Sri Rangam. She was very attached to that form of the Lord, to that form of Krishna, the Ranganath deity. Okay, so every day now, Vishnu Chitta used to offer garlands to the deity in the temple. But one day, but then when his daughter grew up, he gave that service to Andal. Okay, and she started making these garlands or started offering these garlands to the deity. But one day he saw that before the garland has been offered, she's wearing the garland herself. So he became upset. He said, "What are you doing? Why are you wearing the garland? It needs to be offered to the Lord first. Jiva cannot accept the garland and then offer." So he chastised her, and he took away her service and started offering the garlands himself. Okay, so now Andal is not wearing them. Now Lord, the deity, was not accepting these garlands of Vishnu Chitta. Those garlands will just fall off the deity, will just fall off the Vigraha. So Vishnu Chitta realized, I don't know if he came into the dream, the deity came into the dream, or somehow Vishnu Chitta was conveyed that this is not pleasing to me. Lord Narayan conveyed that this is not pleasing to me. I only want the garlands that are first worn by Andal, and then I will accept them. Do not give me the fresh garlands, give me the ones that are first accepted by Andal. And that is the tradition to this day, that the first the garlands are taken to the Andal's temple and then they go to the Lord. So this inspired that garland service in Vishnu Chitta when he heard this story of Sudama, the florist, the garland maker. But you can see offering garlands to the Lord is a very important tradition. It's a very wonderful service, and all these things, that we think deity worship that we are doing, that we think is may not be very important, but you see how Lord is always reciprocating. And finally, Andal had this marriage ceremony with Sri Ranganath ji. So she got married to him. This is the mood of Prabhupada. You can see this is a book I have on the screen. This is Giriraj Maharaj's book. So His Holiness Giriraj Maharaj is one of the early disciples of Prabhupada, and he saw the struggle of Prabhupada in building Juhu temple. There is a whole story in Leelamrit, but basically there was a lot of dealings with corrupt landlord. In India, the dealings are tough, when land is concerned. They had a land near Juhu beach to build a temple. They wanted to do this deity worship, just like we heard about all this deity worship, making a jeweled throne and giving garland and chandan and tambul and everything he wanted to do. But in order for that, you need a temple. And they had a land near Juhu beach in Bombay, just outside of Bombay, near the beach. And they paid a deposit on that land. They even put the deities there. Shri Radha Ras Bihari were put on the premises before the temple was built. Just एक पंडाल लगा के, tent लगा के, tent के अंदर deities लगा दिए थे. लेकिन temple was not built. And it was a long struggle. The struggle lasted 13 years. So that struggle probably started in 1970, and the temple was finally built 2 months after, not built, but inaugurated 2 months after Prabhupada left. So it's such a long struggle for Juhu temple happened. And Prabhupada promised, you can see Shri Radha Ras Bihari on the right side. He promised to Shri Radha Ras Bihari that I will build you a temple. So ye unka promise tha. That's why Giriraj Maharaj knew this promise, and that's why he named his book, I Will Build You a Temple. This is called the Juhu story. This is only about the Juhu temple. How finally the temple was built. There was a corrupt landlord, and all these ministry officials and co-ops and everyone was involved with this landlord. Bribery and everything was going on, and devotees, especially they were foreign devotees, right? They did not know these type of dealings in India, so they were very naive, and they were being cheated out of money. So unka deposit jo tha, which was very difficult in those days, devotees had no money, and they had cheated devotees of the deposit that they had made on the land, and they were trying to beat them, throwing away their stuff, lot of trickeries and whatnot they tried. That guy, he's uska pura naam nahi diya jata Leelamrit mein because he's so notorious in devotees community. So he's called Mr. N, और उनकी wife ने भी बाद में once Mr. N died, even after that she continued with creating trouble for devotees. But finally, devotees got the land and temple was built and was finally inaugurated, and Sri Radha Ras Bihari are established there, and it's a huge temple in Juhu. Juhu, if you go, is called Juhu. Sri Radha Ras Bihari temple is a very wonderful place of preaching, and so many wonderful devotees live there. A lot of our Maharaj and Brahmacharis live there. So this was Prabhupada's instruction to Giriraj Maharaj. It was a good fight. Someone should write a book about it. And everybody knew that that someone should be Giriraj Maharaj because he was in this fight from the beginning to the end. So it's a lot of fight to establish, lords and to do their service. In the end, I'll just sing the last two paragraphs together. Let's finish this song. The last two paragraphs are basically saying that all this service we are doing, all this deity worship, all this service to Radha Krishna is done by the permission of the servants of the Lord. So gopis, sakhis, manjaris, our teachers, when we get their permission, by their permission we do the service. So it says, Lalita Vishakhadi Jat Sakhi Vrinda
Lita
Vishaka
Vishaka
Jat
Sakhi
Sakhi
Vrinda
Vrinda
Agyaya Koribo Seva Charanar Vinda
Agyaya Koribo Seva
Charanar
Charanar Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Dasera Dasa
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Prabhu
Prabhu
Dasaranu
Dasera
Dasa
Seva Vilasha Kore Narottam Dasa
Seva Vilasa
Kore
Kore
Narottam
Narottam
Dasa.
Dasa.
So this is saying Lalita Vishakha Adi Jat Sakhi Vrinda. So there are Lalita Vishakha Adi means that there are 8 Sakhis that are in this group of Sakhis serving, Ashta Sakhis that are serving. You see the 8 Sakhis around Radha Krishna, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are Lalita, Vishakha, Champaklata, Chitra, Rangdevi, Tungvidya, and Indulekha and Sudevi. These are the 8 Sakhis. Lalita Vishakha are the most prominent of those 8 Sakhis. So by their permission, the Manjaris work. By Manjari's permission, Gopis work. And we are very, very far down. We are in the disciplic succession. Whoever is our senior, we work by their permission. Whoever is their senior, they work by their permission. Ultimately, this is a succession going on, disciplic succession. So we take Agyaya Koribo Seva. So मुझे आज्ञा दीजिए कि मैं Charanaravindha. Arvind means lotus. Charan means feet. That I can serve the lotus feet of this divine couple. Give me the Agya. So by their permission, we do this Seva. And finally, the permission has to be taken from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Remember that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Yug avatar. He's the he establishes the Yug Dharma of this Kali Yuga. So we are saying we are his Daser Anudasa. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daser Anudasa. Jo unke das hai, main unka das hu. Seva Abhilasha Kore Narottam Das. So Narottam Das, he's the author of this song. He's saying that I wish for this service. जैसे हम जब आरती भी गाते हैं, हम तुलसी की महारानी की से सेवा की अभिलाषा करते हैं. Moraya Bilas Kunje Dio Vas Nayana Heri Bo Sada Jugal Rup Rashi E Nivedan Dhara Sakiranugat Karo Seva Adhikara Diye Kuro Nij Dasi. So we say ki Seva Adhikara Diye, ki you give me the adhikar, you give me the qualification. So adhikar or qualification to do Seva comes from actually our seniors and ultimately from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us full permission to do Seva. So I'll just tell you this very quickly. This describes, this is a very beautiful story. I'll tell you in like few lines. Very famous story in Vrindavan. One of our Goswami, 7 temples of Goswami is this temple. This is called Radha Shyam Sundar Temple. यहाँ पे लड्डू मिलते हैं बहुत tasty. This time when we went, we got a lot of laddus from there. So Radha Shyam Sundar Temple जो है उनमें एक deities हैं, श्री श्याम सुंदर की deities. उसकी कहानी ये है कि एक डिवोटी होते थे वृंदावन में. ओके, आपको आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू टेल यू कि व्हाई आज्ञा इज नीडेड. विदाउट आज्ञा you don't get seva. Okay, so by his seniors आज्ञा, he was always following his seniors, his guru's आज्ञा. His guru said, अभी तुम्हें शास्त्र वगैरह पढ़ने नहीं आएंगे. You should just do धाम cleaning. You should just go and clean the धाम. You should just do सोहिनी सेवा. धाम को या टेम्पल को क्लीन करने को बोलते हैं सोहिनी सेवा. तो ये वृंदावन में सफाई करते थे, झाड़ू लगाते थे. His name was Dukhi Krishnadas. This Dukhi Krishnadas was doing jhadu or sohini seva in Vrindavan. When he found a very beautiful nupur. Nupur matlab anklet, pajeb or anklet of a lady. Very beautiful, very shining jewels in it. So he thought, oh, whose anklet is this? This is too pretty. Anyways, he continued his sohini seva. And now it happened that this anklet, this nupur belonged to Radharani. And Lalita Sakhi was doing the Shringar for Radharani in the spiritual world, and she realized that Radharani's nupur is missing. So she told Radharani, where did your anklet go? Where did you drop it? You know, you went to dance and play with Krishna last night. Maybe you dropped it in the forest somewhere. So Radharani said that may be true. And they realized that this guy, this devotee who's cleaning the dham, has found the anklet. So Radharani said to Lalita, go and get the anklet from him. So she went and she went to बेस बदल के गई ऐसे बच्ची बन के, and she said, this is my older sister's anklet to Dukhi Krishnadas. Give me my older sister's anklet. This is her anklet that you found. So, but Dukhi Krishnadas was very intelligent. He realized that this belongs to Radharani and he wanted to do direct service of Radharani. So he said, मैं तो directly जाके डालूंगा तुम्हारी बहन को. मैं देखूंगा कि उनकी ही है या नहीं. Maybe you are lying. I'll go with you. So Lalita Sakhi said, no, that's not possible. I have to get her permission. So she went, and Radharani said she had discussion. So Radharani said, what do you think? Is he a genuine devotee? Lalita said, so then Lalita started describing this Dukhi Krishnadas's glories to Radharani. कि बहुत ही intelligent, बहुत ही honest, sincere, serious devotee hai. He's been cleaning the dham for so many days. He follows his guru's permission so diligently. Radharani, it's okay to meet him. Please give him darshan. He would really love it. Please, he wants to see you. I have seen his heart. So Lalita Sakhi is like speaking on behalf of Dukhi Krishnadas. Okay. So this is what it means by getting permission. Okay. तो हमारे ट्रेडिशन में यही बोला जाता है, we don't serve Radha Krishna directly, we get permission, we serve them through a guru, and if they speak to Radha and Krishna in our favor, like Prabhupada speaks in our favor, then Radha and Krishna will accept us. But for that we have to serve them, we have to impress them with our service. We don't need to try to impress Radha Krishna directly, we need to impress the devotees directly, the Vaishnavas, the guru directly. And that Guru Varga will then convey our sincerity, our honesty, our seriousness, our, heart to Radha and Krishna. So that's what Lalita Sakhi is doing. Lalita Sakhi became spokesperson to Radharani, and Radharani then paid darshan to this Dukhi Krishnadas by the mercy of Lalita Sakhi. And she gave him 3 things. She said कि पहले तो ये दुखी कृष्णदास कैसा नाम है, कृष्णा का दास दुखी कैसे हो सकता है, ये नाम चेंज करो, तुम्हारा नाम आज से श्यामानंद पंडित, तुम श्याम के सेवा में आनंद लोगे, श्यामानंद. ठीक है, जो श्याम की सेवा करता है वो दुखी दास नहीं हो सकता. सो यू आर श्यामानंद पंडित, तो उनका नाम श्यामानंद पंडित रख दिया. तुम पंडित हो, ठीक है, अब से तुम बड़ी सेवाएं करोगे, सोहिनी सेवा करने की जरूरत नहीं है. श्यामानंद पंडित उनका नाम रख दिया. दूसरा, with her nupur that she got from him, with her nupur she touched him on his head. Okay, and that gave him a very weird tilak on his head. That tilak बहुत ही different shape का था. So anybody could tell कि एक पायल की nupur की shape का है. So ऐसे tilak दिया उनको. So she gave him tilak, she gave him new name Shyamanand, and she gave him a deity of Shyam Sundar. From now on you will worship my Krishna in this form of Shyam Sundar. तो वो श्याम सुंदर डीटी को फिर श्यामानंद पंडित ने पूरा आजीवन उनकी सेवा की. And this temple where he's now his worship is called Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar Temple. These are the deities if you want to see that Radharani gave to Shyamanand Pandit. This you can see ये उनकी समाधि है और यहाँ पर ये पिक्चर जगह जगह बनी हुई है जहाँ पे उनके तिलक की तरह नुपुर को टच किया था, तिलक बन गया था. And this is Shri Radha Shyam Sundar deities in Vrindavan. So just to impress upon you that how we get service by the mercy of the Guru. By mercy of Guru one gets Krishna, and then by mercy of Krishna one gets Guru, it is said. Prabhupada भी बोलते थे, Radharani को बोलते थे pray करके कि oh my dear Radharani, tell your Krishna something about me. So we are hoping that devotees will say something nice about us to Krishna. But anyways, this is the whole song. And then it just goes into the Mukhda again, that Radha Krishna Prana Mora Jugal Kishora Jivane Marane Gati Aro Nahi Mora Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Everyone. Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Sorry for exceeding the time, but I wanted to share all these stories. I've wanted to share these reciprocation from deities for a long time. So I could only share 3 or 4, but just wanted to impress upon you why the temples are important, why deity worship is important, how this is a practice for us, how they are non-different from Radha and Krishna, how Radha Krishna's small sevas are also very important, very big events and festivals for us. And when we do Janmashtami sevas, we should not think any seva is small or big. You can see सोहिनी सेवा से श्यामानंद पंडित को क्लीनिंग करने से उनको कृष्णा मिल गए, उनको राधा रानी मिल गई, उनको तिलक मिल गया, नया नाम और नई सेवा मिल गई. So अगर हम क्लीनिंग कर रहे हैं अपने टेम्पल की, अपने घर की, अपने धाम की, तो that's how important that is. Nobody should think कि गार्लैंड बनाने में कुछ कम है. Nobody should think कि कुकिंग में कुछ कम है. Deity worship में, भोगा लगाने में घर में, we should remember that all these services are celebrated as a major festival. You know, everything, every small thing that one does for Krishna, it's not small, it's very, very huge deal. Everything becomes a festival, a large celebration. So engage in all these services that are given for Janmashtami with a full heart, with wholeheartedly, because to Krishna, each and every one of those services matter a lot. And you're not just serving the devotees, but if you can please them with your service, then Krishna will be even more pleased. But I wanted to convey those type of emotions to you. And if you're genuine in our service, then just like Madhvendra Puri, just like Prabhupada got personal reciprocations in a form of Kadamba flowers, or Juhu's story was such a huge success, or just like Shyamanand Pandit. So many stories that we discussed today, Sudama, or Vishnu Chitta and Anda, like that, we will get, you know, intimate, sweet reciprocations and realizations from Krishna also. But there should be sincerity and seriousness and honesty to accomplish these services. So thank you everyone for joining. I hope that we can create this Vrindavan-like atmosphere in our heart and invite Krishna and seat him on this throne and offer all these services with great sincerity. Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. Vacha kaltarubhyascha kripa sindhubheva.
So,